You're listening to Feel Good Astrology with Louisa Tanner-Munson. To request a reading with Louisa, go to www.feelgoodastrology.com.
Hey Libra, welcome back. It's Louisa Tanner-Munson from Feel Good Astrology, and I've got another news update for you. I say news update because it's coming out as if it is like news. It's a 5-minute forecast for the month of March. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in the sign of Aries right now, and that is really bringing up a lot of feelings about the projections that you're putting onto other people, and also the projections that other people are putting onto you. Now, I've just been recording Virgo, which does have a similar thing, but Virgo's issue in this month ahead is more about how you manage your resources with other people. Now, this is more about how you share space with people and how you want to be with people, how you want to connect with people. So let's kind of pace through this in the next 5 minutes, Libra. So the first thing I want to first of all mention is there's a couple of things leading up to this I think, you know, it's good to be aware of. First of all, we've got Mercury going into the sign of Pisces, which is in your place of work from the 2nd. So it does feel like things are going to get a lot more active at work, and that you're going to be a lot more focused. There's going to be a lot more communications going backwards and forwards. There's probably some new novelty in this month ahead, I would imagine. And then from the 7th, we've got this very, very big and imposing day. We've got the full moon in Virgo, which is actually in your 12th house, or, you know, metaphorically, you know, it represents a very private part of you, and it actually feels almost as if things are just a little bit too sensitive, a little bit too intrusive. It feels like something's kind of coming in, but you can't quite perceive it, almost like it's coming in from behind. So there's this sensation that there's something coming, you can't quite see it, you can't articulate what's going on, and it's a feeling of dis-ease, I guess. Because it's a full moon, it's really it could feel a little bit mentally bewildering or a little bit disabling. And the good thing with the full moons is they're over fairly sharpish. You know, you've got a day and a half maybe where you'll be feeling a lot more sensitive. So that's on the 7th. Now, at the same time that's going on, Saturn's also moving into the sign of Pisces, which is where Mercury is also in the sign of Pisces at this time. And so your work, which I've described as being slightly sort of like novelty, it's getting a little bit more communicative and stuff, it then is also coming into a place of heaviness, you know. And this is something that is likely to carry on for a couple of years, you know, because Saturn takes his time to go through a sign. So you're coming into a time of where things are a lot more serious in terms of how you work, how you commit to your projects, how you organize your day-to-day, in particular, how you take responsibility for it. So it just feels like a little bit heavier on your shoulders. And so that's quite an important backdrop, because whilst that's also happening, there's this Jupiter-Chiron conjunction in your opposite sign of Aries. And that has been coming in for the last month and a half, and it's going to be playing out until I think the end of April, maybe even a little bit beyond that. And it's bringing up a lot of sensitivity in the way that you relate to other people, and how other people seem to be a little bit cutting, a little bit hurt, a little bit snippy. It almost feels like anything that's coming in at you that is hurtful is coming in from your friends, your colleagues. It just feels like it's almost not safe to be yourself right now. And obviously that's not a nice situation to be in. Now, something that's going to help with that, I think, is Venus's movement into the sign of Taurus on the 16th, because around that time, I think there will be a feeling that you can mediate things. You know, Venus is your ruling planet, and, you know, as she goes into the 8th, it feels like you're more resourced to deal with things like unspoken blame, shame, guilt, and anger. It's almost like you'll find the words finally. Now, from the 19th, 20th and 21st, you'll get the opportunity to play with it and practice it. We've got Mercury going into the sign of Aries. We've got the spring equinox, which marks when the sun goes into the sign of Aries. And then we've got the new moon on the 21st, which is at 0 degrees Aries. It's a really great time to really focus on what you want out of your relationships in light of what's already happened, and to reset yourself, really think about where you're going in your relationships. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope that's helpful. I've recorded a load of extra bits for you, and in fact all the other star signs, in particular about Saturn in Aries, about Saturn in Pisces, the conjunction between Pluto and between Jupiter and Chiron, and I will be recording some Saturn in Aquarius stuff as well next week. So please do dive into those if you think they're going to be helpful. Anyway, lots of love to you, Libra. Oh my goodness, I should just start this again, right? Anyway, have a great month ahead, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Bye for now.
To request a reading with Louisa, go to www.feelgoodastrology.com.